This segment sponsored by the Better Business Bureau. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, why not shop locally owned? I am outside of Glenbrook, Ram, Dodge, Jeep, and Chrysler, and they have such an array of options inside of their showroom. Today, I'm going to take you on the inside, take a peek around, and I'm also going to hop into their new electric vehicle. Are you ready? Let's get started. Joining me now is Kasey Shirey, who is a partner and owner here at Dodge. Hello.
Hey, how are you? I'm good.
Good. Okay, so I know that you all have so much stuff happening right now. I mean, spring is here, and it's a perfect time for people to come out and start shopping and browsing outside with the really good weather for cars.
Yeah.
So let's start off by just learning more just about the background and the history of this establishment. Give me the rundown.
Well, that's a great question, and thank you. So this establishment was founded in 1979 by Douglas McKibben. He's an Indiana native. He's been here his whole life. So yeah, he founded in 1979, and through the tough times of Chrysler at the time, through today, he's just been a very big staple of the community, and he takes a lot of pride in what we do over here.
Yeah, and so why do you feel it's so important to be locally owned and be a native here in Indiana?
Well, I think for various reasons, but I think the primary reason is to be able to, like, your community is your family, right? And they support you, so you support them back. And doing that, we're so involved in the community and all the different programs, such as the Boys and Girls Club and Big Brothers Big Sisters and the Veterans Association of America. And there's just a lot of different organizations that we like to give back to, as well as our customers.
Exactly, and you also have just seen the need that people have for a variety of different cars, so I'm sure that you're changing out your options and selections on the floor. I have to tell you, I used to own a Dodge Stratus once before. I don't think y'all have those anymore.
No, we sure don't. I wish we did.
Right,
yeah.
But you have so many awesome cars that we're standing in front of, so kind of tell me some of the newer models that's coming out this year.
Yeah, well, as you know, the electric vehicles has been a big push. So you'll see behind us here, we have a couple of different variations of the new Dodge Charger, as well as the Wagoneer S. So those are the two biggest models that are coming out right now. There's some other stuff that's not being disclosed publicly, but there's some stuff in the works that I think is going to be exciting for the consumers.
Give us a little tease.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the EV vehicles or the electric vehicles for a second, because I know that there's fully EV and then there's hybrid. So what are these?
That's a great question. And you know your cars. That's great. These are fully electric. These are considered BEV vehicles, battery electric vehicles. They're 100% electric. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's exciting. I mean, the fact that we can help with the environment, but then also just have more convenience when it comes to filling the car, considering gas prices are crazy. So it's a good investment, right? It's
a great investment. It's not for everyone though, right? So it's a very niche person. But I think I always tell all my customers and friends and family who ask me, you have to drive one to really understand, right? Because a lot of people are kind of, because it's like when we went from horse and carriage to the vehicle, it's hard to transition from the horse and buggy to the car, right? And now it's the kind of same transition, getting out of a gas engine into a battery engine.
Right.
A battery motor, I should say. But until you drive one to really experience and understand what it is, you should really educate yourself before you make that decision and completely shut it out.
Yeah, that's true. And we're standing in this beautiful showroom, and I want to walk around and kind of take a closer look at some of the vehicles. But before we do that, I have to talk about the massive flag that's on display outside of this building that everyone can see when they drive up. I hear that there's history behind it. What is it?
Well, our flag is we cherish that flag so much. We're very proud of that flag. Mr. McKibben, he put that up. It went up in October of 2001. So we all remember what happened September 11th.
Yeah.
But prior to that, he'd already had it in the works, all the engineering and the design and the manufacturing of the flag. So it just kind of went up in October of 2001, and for a period of time, that was actually, this is a fun stat. That was the largest year-round free-flying flag in the world.
In the world?
When it was erected in 2001. Each star is 2 foot tall, and each stripe's 3 foot tall.
It doesn't even look that big. It looks massive and beautiful standing under it, but whoa. And really, I think I could possibly say it's the largest flag in Indiana, at least.
I think that's a fair statement, yes.
Right. Okay, so let's walk around a bit.
Okay, let's do it.
See the cars.
Yeah, can't wait.
Okay, Kasey, I see so many different options behind us, and of course people can kind of choose what works best for them and their family size. Okay, so we have this beautiful van here.
Yeah.
And I see the interior, which is really different.
It is. This is the Chrysler Pacifica, as you note here, which is, by the way, so the Chrysler minivan was Dodge in the 80s, but they are the originators of the minivan. In 1984 was when the very first minivan was actually designed and built by Chrysler. So that's another cool fact about our company. Okay. So this is the Chrysler minivan, the Chrysler Pacifica, the Pinnacle Edition. So why do they call it the Pinnacle? Well, because it's the best of all vehicles, right?
The best.
You know, you notice all the cross-stitch interior.
That is nice.
Carries over with the white piping to offset the caramel interior there. Full panoramic sunroof. Who wouldn't want to drive a van like this, right?
That's a pretty fly minivan, I must say. Okay, and then this beauty. Wow, this is huge. What is this?
This is the all-new Jeep Grand Wagoneer. So this vehicle came out just a couple of years ago, actually. It was originally built in the 80s and 90s, and then they stopped making the vehicle, and then it was so nostalgic and everybody wanted it back, so they brought it back.
It's nice.
It's
huge.
It's huge, isn't it? And it's just as luxurious, so you can get this thing modeled up or modeled down. It's a vehicle configuration for everyone's budget, which is the good thing about the Jeeps is they really accommodate everyone's needs and desires. So another cool fact about this vehicle is that this does come equipped with the V6 twin turbo, but sometimes people get scared about a car being this large and having a V6 motor in it. Well, this V6, known as a Hurricane engine, actually packs 510 horsepower in a V6 engine.
Wow. All right. And then, of course, this one over here, man, this is the electric vehicle that I have got to slide into and give it a little start here. What did I do, Kasey?
Well, you think you just surprised yourself, right?
Right.
You just noticed that you got into an electric vehicle that's not supposed to make any noise because there's no combustion engine and it roared at you.
Yes.
So, of course, Dodge being a muscle brand, they took all the things into consideration when they developed the electric vehicle, and they didn't stop at the sound. So the enthusiasts who drive muscle cars want to hear that sound of a muscle, right?
Yeah.
So they got kind of creative, and they put a subwoofer in the back of the vehicle, and it actually accelerates. As you accelerate, so does the sound. And upon startup, that's what you just heard.
And it happens every time.
You can turn it off, but yes, every time. Yeah.
Someone can hear you coming. I like it. Yeah. I mean, it says I'm ready to drive.
You won't find another electric vehicle in the market presently that will have that same effect.
And so this is the Charger, and you say that the other two are no longer. So it's replaced now.
Correct. Well, the Challenger is no longer, but now the Charger has a 2-door and a 4-door configuration. Prior it was just a 4-door, but they branded it to be the Chargers is going to be both configurations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so lastly, I hear that you have a special showroom that's happening, and I would love to take a sneak peek.
Let's do it.
All right. All right, Kasey, so we are over in your special Jeep showroom. What's the official name?
That's right. Well, it's Glenbrook Jeep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
No, but there's a cafe name.
Well, this is our standalone Jeep showroom. We have a cafe. We have a cafe in our Jeep showroom.
Okay.
Right, and a concierge lounge for as your vehicles getting serviced. But we have the only standalone Jeep showroom in Northeast Indiana. We're pretty proud of that.
Oh, this is so awesome.
Yeah.
Like, so people can walk over. It's right next to your building, and they can specifically see Jeeps, shop for Jeeps. You say shop for accessories?
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's actually attached to our service department. So as your vehicle's getting serviced, if you're getting an oil change or any maintenance on your vehicle, you can actually just head up front, check out our Jeep lounge, our Jeep showroom.
Yes.
Make yourself at home. It will be full of Jeeps. It's going to be pretty excited about that, and you'll be able to customize. We all know Jeep enthusiasts like to customize their Jeep and make them their own. We're going to have a full center right here. You'll be able to hand select all of your very unique accessories to you and customize your Jeep however you want it.
I love that.
Yeah, we're so excited for it.
So it is different. And then, so what's happening right now with Jeep? I know that there's so many different versions of a Jeep that people are used to over the years. I love this little signage that you have that kind of notates the history. Yeah. But right now, what's a popular Jeep?
Well, I got to tell you, the Wranglers, the Gladiators are always going to be the go-to because who doesn't like to take their top off in the summertime, let the wind blow through their hair, right? So that's always been a hot vehicle for them. The Jeep Grand Cherokees, though, those are coming on hot, and they're leasing really well right now. So for a long time, we haven't been able to get a good payment on a lease. Now is the time to lease a Jeep because the payments are very good.
Yeah, exactly. And so now's the time to also start shopping for a car, right? So I know that people are trying to decide what they have going on for the summer. They're kind of ready to spend some money. So what's the process and step if someone is interested in learning more about your vehicles?
Well, that's a great question. And so because there's so much information available online right now, my suggestion would be go to my website, glenbrookdodge.com, and you'll be able to go on there and select a vehicle of your choice. You can actually buy it on your website in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, that's good.
So you just configure your own deal. You can get a trade-in value on your vehicle. You can get your financing approved, and all you gotta do is come in to see us in the showroom, or we can deliver it to you. It's pretty simple.
That is good. Yeah, like you said, they can come to the showroom to see and kind of sit in the vehicles like I was able to do before, which is so great. Okay, so lastly, Kasey, I want to ask you about being a part of the Better Business Bureau. So I know that you are a highly accredited A+ member, and that's a really big honor. So what does it mean to you to be acknowledged in that way from the Better Business Bureau?
Well, it means more than anything, actually. Our number one priority at Glenbrook Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is our customer satisfaction. So to be accredited as an A+ business means our customers are satisfied. And at any time, at any moment, if there's ever an issue, I get involved immediately and I take care of it. I want to make sure my customers are taken care of the way I'd want to be treated if I were out making a decision like this.
Right, exactly. And it's that trust thing, like you said, and they know that people have put those reviews out there and they have a good experience.
100%.
Yes, okay. Well, thank you so much, Kasey, for showing me around today. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And if you would like more information about Glenbrook Dodge, Ram, Jeep, and Chrysler, well, I have their website listed below to check them out, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by the Better Business Bureau.